welcome back. I've been seeing and enjoying a lot of journal ecosystem and notebook ecosystem videos. I personally relate to it a lot, and so I thought I should also share my current notebook ecosystem. For those of you who don't know what that is completely fine. Even though I've been journaling for all my life, I did not know that there's a term for that there is a term for what I've been doing. But there is. A notebook ecosystem is basically how all your notebooks just work together for you. Think of it as your little family, and every member of the family has different personality and role to offer. It is like a physical archive of your thoughts and quotes and your daily planning and how your life was and everything. And you have different notebooks for different purposes, but collectively they just work together for you, and it helps you like being organized, being creative. It doesn't have to be that complicated to have different notebooks for different purposes, but I feel if you've been doing it for a long time, you would want to have some of your thoughts placed in one place and some other thoughts placed in different place, because you know what I'm talking about. You will understand more if you'll keep watching. As a person who just want to jot down every little thing in this world, for me personally, I feel like it's very important, otherwise my mind just cannot keep calm. I also cannot work with just one notebook. If I mention something work related in one notebook and something really creative in other, and talking about something that I'm passionate about in one notebook, and then talking about my work life or whatever in the other, my work related stuff like the to-do or whatever is happening in the other, because I don't want to like merge them. I will be talking about my current notebook ecosystem. It will probably be in the order of how much I use it. The first one is my daily planner. This is my most used notebook because it has everything related to what I will do. Before sleeping, I write everything I have to accomplish the next day, because otherwise I just get done with my work and do nothing. I'm the biggest procrastinator in this whole wide world, so it helps me being consistent with whatever I want to do. Sometimes it fails to do that, but when you cross it out, it's also a reminder for the next day that you did not do something the previous day. This notebook has my vision board. It has like a lot of different prompts that comes like monthly basis pay. So every first of the month you have mantra for this month, your top 3 goals, your intentions, what are you looking forward to, your expense tracker. I don't use all of it. And then it has like normal to do. Sometimes if there is like a lot going on in general, so I don't use my other journals and I just jot down whatever happened. को भी लिख देती हूँ इसके अंदर. For example, I have this one day. I mentioned I made mud chocolate cake at 12 a.m. in the air fryer, and that was fun. We can just say that this one is like what keeps my life together, because I can see my day at a glance, what all I did, what all I accomplished at the end of the day. It has everything from appointments, meetings, deadlines, छुट्टी के दिन क्या करना है, everything I use this for. I'm also a very forgetful person, so this helps. Then we have my brain dump journal, and I did not enjoy the color of this journal, so I added a lot of stickers to it which I thought would look cute, but they are not looking cute. But it's okay, it's okay. This actually represents my brain, and that is exactly what this journal is for. You can say that it is messy on purpose. Okay, imagine I'm having a good day. I'm having the best day of my life. In my head, I'm thinking I want to go home and journal about it. So when I journal about it, it's in this journal. And then sometimes I'm feeling really negative. This is just your feelings outlet. This is just everything that is going on in your head. It helps to jot it down on a piece of paper. It helps calm your mind. It helps to like put things in perspective. I am the biggest advocate for journaling about everything. Especially as you grow old, you have a lot of different negative feelings. Like, I don't want to generalize them, but you have negative feelings, and maybe feelings that you don't want to say it out loud because you're not a child anymore. Feelings like jealousy, feelings like you're overthinking about your life, or whatever. You have to collect your thoughts and dump it here. That is the point of this journal. At the end of the day, negative feelings are also feelings. It's like your living archive. I feel like my brain dump journals are something that I look back at a lot, because I read my entries and I'm like, okay, I was 16 and this is how I used to think like, and this is how I was, and this is what my life is, and my biggest problem was this. That is my second notebook. I can talk a lot about how much I love brain dump journals and how important they are for you, but that is for another video. Let's go to my third notebook. By the way, most of my journals are gifted by my friends. I think journals are actually a beautiful gift, especially for somebody like me. When I was a child, I did not have the access to a lot of beautiful stationery. I would see a lot of books and leather type journals and I'll be like, I want that, but they are very expensive for my taste, so I use those flimsy like these. Or if somebody gifts me a journal or like I get it for myself, it feels like my inner child is happy because now I can get it, and then I also have like such thoughtful friends who can gift it to me. This is my third notebook. It is a scrapbook notebook. It has a little bit of everything. I've seen such beautiful scrap notebooks and scrap journals of people on Pinterest, but mine are not at all like that. This is a postcard my best friend got me from Landor. This is the invite of our girls' picnic. This is the farewell party wala when Shruti Aniket went. Cass concert, because that was my first concert of my life. Do not ask me. Recently what I started doing is, जब भी मेरी कोई दोस्त विजिट करती है मैं ये निकालती हूँ and I'll be like कि एक पेज पे मैं करूँगी, एक पेज पे तू कर, कुछ भी कर. So this is that. This is what I did and this is what Deepti did, and इसकी drawing बहुत अच्छी है, तो that is so cute. She made Ash. Then I have like a lot of photo booth pictures. This is my scrapbook journal and this has all the scraps, receipts of when we went out or whatever. Everything this one has. This is just like a casual memory catcher. It can have anything from doodles, from sketches, from cuttings, from pictures, everything. That's that. Then I have this notebook. This notebook is the randomest notebook out of the lot. इसके अंदर कुछ भी मेरे को thought आता है ना कि इस पे वीडियो बना सकती हूँ. A title pops up in my head or something that I'll be like, okay, I can make something out of this. या फिर I have a video idea, तो I just want to मेरे को उसको सीक्वेंस में लगाना है कि this is what I'll be talking about, because I forget stuff and फिर बाद में मैं देखती हूँ तो मुझे लगता है कि मेरे को तो ये भी बोलना था. तो just all of that is in this notebook. I have random fig tree made here. I posted that overconsumption wala video and I had a lot of thoughts and I thought I'll just merge everything. So I jot everything down, whatever I want to talk about, whatever is in my head, whatever I was missing out. It is a very random ideation sort of a notebook. Then we have these two. These are kind of interlinked. Whenever I'm reading a book, I keep this diary nearby that I can jot down anything, whatever thought I have, whatever quotes I like, what do I like about the characters. I have this habit of watching movies, reading books, but then third time I forget about it. Like you can rewatch it, but what you felt when you watched it for the first time, that is like an experience. So this diary is just for that. It captures all the part of me reading that book, parts that mean something to me, and also different quotes, perspectives, characters can be perceived differently with different people. So before generalizing my opinion about them while searching about that book later, लोगों के book reviews पढ़ने से पहले, I jot them down so that I have my own opinion on them. And then maybe reading दूसरे लोगों का perspective can change a little bit, but I can always remember what I was feeling when I was reading it for the first time. So this is for that. This is how I use it. You cannot see it. I'm glad you cannot. Either I've written the annotated notes of the book. This book was by Lana Del Rey. I have a lot of annotated terms here. I only have annotated paragraphs for this particular book. I think it was some poetry related book. But then for this book, I have written quotes, I have written summary, I have written what I loved about the characters, and I've written page numbers. That was the purpose of this diary. This particular journal was gifted to me by my brother. If you have a little less opinions or you just want to categorize your opinions, you don't know what to do with the book that you've read, this is like the perfect thing you can get for yourself. What I don't necessarily enjoy about this is that इसमें जो review section है ना, it's just one page and I have like a lot of things to, and इसका page भी छोटा है and I have a lot of things to say, and इसमें कहीं पे quotes का कुछ नहीं लिखा, इस पे कहीं annotated terms का भी कुछ नहीं लिखा. I don't always end up using it, but this is like the structure of it. You write book title, you write notes, you have your review, and you have your final takeaway. Was this particular journal when I read On Earth We Are Briefly Gorgeous, and it is a beautiful book. It is very poetic. If you read it, you would want to mark everything and you want to jot down everything. And because I was using this journal, तो मैंने कहीं पे भी उसके quotes लिखे नहीं. I will reread it. मैंने सब कुछ mark कर रखा है. I really want the quotes of that book also. That is just a small drawback of using this. If you have like a lot of opinions, it doesn't have a lot of space. That is all. I feel like when it comes to reading books, a plain डायरी लाइक दिस वर्क्स फॉर मी. देन यू डोंट हैव टू वरी अबाउट कि तुम ज़्यादा लिख रहे हो, कम लिख रहे हो, पेजेस खत्म हो जाएंगे. Our next notebook is, this is a self-care journal. It was gifted to me by Shruti. I feel like self-care is the kind of term that you would at this point associate with having a face mask or just having a day where you take in everything sharp. Self-care is a lot more than that. It has to do a lot of with how you're feeling and your thoughts, and then to like untangle them. If I'm having a self-care day, then I will be using this journal. एक तो इसमें बहुत प्यारे doodles हैं that makes you want to think and just jot down stuff. Sometimes you just don't have any prompts, and that is when this is going to help you out. It has like really cute doodles and really cute prompts. Look at this. You have different doodles and you can doodle it here. So on a Monday, if you're feeling cheerful and playful, you will doodle a sun. If you're feeling confident and safe, you will be using an umbrella. This particular notebook would be perfect for somebody who don't want to think too much, who don't want to go on Pinterest and be like, give me some prompts, I'm feeling that, or go to ChatGPT. This is my self-care notebook. Last but not the least, this is our newest addition to the ecosystem. This was also gifted. Not even gifted, ये श्रुति का ही था and she just gave it to me, and it's so beautiful कि मेरे को इसको use करके खराब नहीं करना था, which is such a shitty mindset to have. Take a look at that. Very vintage. I've used it only once on Rakhi. That is all about my notebook ecosystem. If you're thinking of starting your own notebook ecosystem and you're watching these videos and it makes you feel very overwhelming ki that is like a lot of books but I really want to do that, I would say just start small. Don't go out there and just buy a lot of notebooks. It will get overwhelming if you're just starting, So for starters, you have one not used notebook and you pick that up and you give it one job. Like you'll be writing your everyday to-do in that. And then you can build this up. You can build that habit. You will see the changes. You will see how structured you feel. And then maybe you will be like, okay, I also want to have a brain dump journal. And then you'll be like, I want to hoard memories and I want to have a scrapbook also. It should come naturally. If it is not coming naturally, you don't have to force yourself to do it. I'm somebody, if 20 years down the line, I'll be 45 or something, I would want to go back and see my brain dump journal to see how I was thinking. For some people, digital journal also works. I feel like I can always lose them, so I always stick to my physical journals. If you're writing while drinking coffee and you spill a bit of coffee on that, it will be a memory, it will always be stained. And all of those small things that comes with a physical journal, like decorating those journals. And if I thought this journal would look cute but it is not looking cute, it's still just a fun story to tell. I feel physical journals just work for me. You have so many thoughts and ideas in your head and they just keep on floating in your head. The whole point of journaling is to give your thoughts a home. If you want to start, if there is one journal or notebook that I would want you to have, this is definitely a brain dump journal. Dumping your thoughts are very important. Very important. If you're feeling a bit jealous, you cannot just go out loud with that emotion because you don't enjoy that emotion. So you just write it down because at least it's out of your system. What I've noticed is if I'm writing about something positive, I'll end up being very grateful for the day or grateful for whatever happened with me. And if I'm writing something negative, I apologize and I feel like there is a process that I've cut out and now I just feel better. So if you have to pick one notebook, I would say pick a brain dump journal and it will help you out. And you can always just look back onto those thoughts. That's also something very fun for your future self. So start small and eventually you'll be like, oh, I need a space for this also, so I might just have another notebook for that. And that's how you will build your own notebook ecosystem. Just don't get overwhelmed and distracted with all these videos thinking, oh, I also want to have that. You'll have to understand because the people who are sharing that, they've been doing that for the longest time and it doesn't feel like a chore to them, and it should not feel like a chore to you also. Bye, love you for watching.